Bye, Minnie Mouse. Bye. A little bit chilly. So I just got done listening to the daily podcast by the New York Times. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, I really recommend you guys do. It is phenomenal. It's a great way to start the morning on some interesting topics and thoughts that are current affairs that are happening. And we live in a really not a unique time, but a really powerful time to be listening to the news. Traffic jam. Guys, it's been a while since I've hopped on and just talked with you guys here on the channel, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a couple things that I wanted to challenge myself this year. One is I want to take up the challenge by Gary Vaynerchuck, which is to document, not create. And so there will be times where I'll document or create something a little more produced that I might do, but because I don't start that, I don't put out a video, and so I want to do a lot more documentations of me just talking to the camera and then getting bits and pieces to be able to cover up that and post that out, because that's gonna it's gonna allow me to get regular content out, and we'll see how that turns out. You might see me in different shirts, you might see different moments of different things that happen throughout my week and through my day, but I'm gonna see how this works out. Second thing is I don't. Before I was struggling because I wanted to have some sort of theme, and so I didn't post a video. And so with this experiment of documenting, not creating, obviously documenting will create things. So I'm hoping that I have some ideas that I'm gonna hopefully my documenting will portray and help me create those videos that I've been wanting to make, but haven't, because I haven't started, and it really is crippling. Like I recognize that Gary Vaynerchuck is super correct in the fact that, like, we as creators and influencers or whatever you want to do, that the reason why you don't do things is because you're not starting and you're not getting out there and doing it. And I'm hugely have my fault for this. I get out and I produce stuff for work, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I made a video, and so I don't have as much energy, and it's just so difficult, with the commute going from work to home. By the time my motivation, by the time I get home with the motivation that I had, it's basically gone. Like my motivation disappears through the commute that makes it. There's a truck trailer that I just passed that is stalled on the road, and it's causing some serious headaches. I hope this works. I hope you enjoy it. So it may not be as well edited, but that's okay, because I'm at least putting out content, and that's more important. I will get the hang of coming up with ways to make it more creative in the edit and in the story as I get more comfortable at documenting things that are on my mind or just the day. I work in the morning teaching kids English, and I don't go to bed early enough. That should be another goal that I have this year. Go to bed earlier. Beautiful evening here in the Mid-South, and it just means that but it's like the calm before the storm, because we're gonna have like crazy weather. Actually, not crazy weather, it's just gonna be a lot of storms. And the Mississippi is like literally super close to just overflowing, but it is what it is. I'm coming down with some cold. Putting out content yourself, like documenting content, this thought that's kind of, I'm trying to like grasp my head around, because normally I think it's a very powerful concept, because if I'm talking about what is on my mind or what might, interesting things, those are good nuggets that people want to know about. But coming up with the supplemental stuff to create a good edit, that's where the tricky part comes in. And honestly, I've yet to figure out how to make that happen with a one man. But I can do it, because you know what? With restrictions comes inspiration, and come up with new ways to create stuff. I mean, I thought it would be tough to make stuff with just my phone, and now it's like become a huge essential part of my life. This is the hardest intersection.